And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you another movie review, and this is for the brand new film Godzilla Minus One. That's right, my little friend here, Godzilla, is back on the big screen in a different version than we've already seen. Not the American version, but this is the Japanese, style of Godzilla. Subtitles, Gojira, that good stuff, slow moving, destructive force Godzilla, and all that. So, let's talk about this film because honestly, I gotta talk about it because I was really excited seeing it. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I love watching Godzilla movies, no matter which version, doesn't really matter. I think the first Godzilla movie I ever saw from the Japanese side of it was when he first fights Mothra. I remember seeing that. I mean, it's a silly movie, but it was so cool. I mean, Godzilla walking like this, and you can tell it's like, puppetry and all that stuff. It was just fun. So, what exactly is this new Godzilla movie all about? Okay, so in this movie, it takes place during World War II. You got this pilot who, he's in the middle of the war. He's doing his job. He lands at a certain spot, and he meets other people, other soldiers, and Godzilla shows up, and it freaks him out to the point where the guy can't handle it. Something happens where he comes home, and he's not loved by the village. Something happens where, like I said, you gotta watch it. Something happens where he comes, like, I guess, face to face with Godzilla, and something happens. I'm not gonna explain what it is, but he goes back home. He's kind of viewed as a coward in a way, and it kind of haunts him. And he's got that post-traumatic stress, not only dealing with the fact that he was in war during World War II, and the fact that this giant monster is attacking these islands and these villages and these ships, and it's just causing destruction. And that's basically the gist of this film. And you see this guy go through this. He ends up, he has a family. He's dealing with that, with the family. He's got a cute little kid. The kid's very cute. Gotta give it to them for that. That little kid of his, adorable. And you see Godzilla in this movie, and he's not the good guy Godzilla. He's not, oh yeah, the military needs his help because there's another monster. They're gonna send Godzilla to do it, go back him up. No, Godzilla is a piece of you know what? He's evil in this movie. He doesn't give 2 cents of what to what he's doing. He just stomps, smashes everything that's in his path, and he just destroys whatever's in his way. He doesn't care. He's just Godzilla. He's the big monster doing his thing. Whether it's in the ocean, wrecking ships, or going to towns and destroying them. And his nuclear blast, all I gotta say is, like, it's the Kamehameha from Goku and Dragon Ball Z times 1,000,000. That thing was so cool, and the effects of this movie were great. I mean, there were some little CGI moments in here that they couldn't really polish it up, but you know what? Low budget film, gotta applaud them for what they gave us. It was beautifully done pretty well, so give them for that. I thought normally Godzilla movies are not exactly about, oh, get the humans out of the way, squash them, who the hell cares? This is Godzilla. I'm here to see Godzilla destroy some fools or destroy the city. I don't care about the humans, but in this movie, you actually do care because honestly, first of all, there's a lot of subtitles, so you're gonna have to read. Sorry if that bothers you, but you're gonna have to read. But when you watch and reading and seeing this guy's face and his emotions in this movie, it's like you feel it for him. You're like, man, Godzilla did everything in his destructive ways to ruin this guy, really shaking this guy up. It's like, that's messed up. And then seeing what these villagers got to go through because of what Godzilla is doing. They've never seen this thing before. It just comes and just starts stomping on their cities or whatever. And there's nothing they can do. They just got to deal with that. Some of them lose families. Some of them just, lose homes and stuff. And it's just like, what can they do? The war for them is technically not even over. Even when World War II is officially over, they can't just be like, oh, we're finally done with this. We don't have to worry about it. No, they got this big problem named Godzilla, and they got to try to figure out how to take it out. They got other characters in here where he meets, a scientist, and then he meets a couple fishermen who help him out, and he teams up with them, becomes friends with them in this movie. And, you care about all these guys as characters, and then it's like, yeah, you basically rooting for the good guys to destroy this thing known as, Godzilla. Because he a bad guy. You bad in this movie. So I really enjoyed it a lot. Because like I said, I had to read, but I enjoyed it because as I was reading and looking at the emotions of the characters in the screen, and you can just feel it. You can feel what they're going through. You can feel their anger, their fear, their sadness, their vulnerability in a way. So I thought everything worked. I enjoyed it quite well. I think it might be one of the best films of the year. It's gonna end up being my type 10 for sure. I think it was phenomenal. I think it might be my favorite Godzilla film in the Japanese style, because I don't like combining all the Godzilla movies together, because it's very different. I like the big action blockbuster Godzilla movies, because those things are just fun to see Godzilla wreck shop and fight Mothra, King Ghidorah, Ronan, King Kong, even if he fights him or teams up with him, which I can't have for the new one. But but seeing the other movies too, they're fun. But like I said, this one just having the human elements and making the humans the characters, while you can just take out Godzilla in this movie and just make it a human story about survival and dealing with post-traumatic stress after World War II, and you can still enjoy this film. Take out Godzilla and it's still a great film. But having Godzilla as a playable character in here, as a menace, as a villain in a way, it just blended so well. And I thought every moment of it was great. Even when Godzilla wasn't on screen, didn't really care for that much. I wasn't like, oh, come on, I don't want to keep reading this, I want Godzilla. No, as I was reading, I was like following the story, like, oh man, I feel sorry for this guy. This guy, he's trying to like fix his life, and and then things happen to him. And it's like, oh, poor guy, man, he can't catch a break. And then when you watch him dealing with the whole Godzilla situation, it gets even worse for him. It's like, yep, he can't catch a break. But and all that was just fascinating to me. So I quite enjoyed it. I think it's a great film. Like I said, I highly recommend go checking it out. I know you might have to read, and if you don't want to read it, maybe they'll do a re-release of it in English. Hopefully, maybe one day. I mean, I'll check it out. They do it in English. I mean, I wouldn't mind. But I'm gonna go back and see it again. I thought it was just a very good film. Like I said before, I love Godzilla films, and yeah. I mean, me personally, my favorite American Godzilla film is still the Matthew Broderick one. I know other ones, everybody hates that one, but I love that one. Go figure. But this one might be my favorite Japanese version of Godzilla. Hands down, easily is the best one. So, yeah. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Are you guys looking forward to seeing this? Are you guys not big Godzilla fans? Do you guys only care about the, American version of Godzilla? You're not, you don't want to go and watch a subtitle movie? Because this is a foreign film. It might be even nominated for a foreign language award. I wouldn't blame them. Heck, they should put this movie in the best picture category regardless, because 10 nominations, I can see them squeezing this movie in, and I think it could work. And I think Godzilla says you guys should go watch it. Just to go watch the visuals and just see his the way he moves in the movie. I think it'll work. Isn't that right? See? He agrees. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.